Now shut up. The show's starting.
Ass up here on the screen. How are you doing this evening? And of course, I just love this music. It takes me back to the old days, the Stardust Ballroom, all that stuff. But we have a fabulous show this afternoon. Oh my God. One of my dearest friends, comedian, actor, incredible talent. Jason Stewart's going to be with us this afternoon. I've known Jason for so long. He's like my little puddums. And also the other star of their hit show, Smothered on Amazon, is Mitch Hara, another exciting, talented young man who was also from the East Coast. And it's going to be like a group fun time. But let me introduce our first guest as we bring him on. I love him dearly, passionately. Please welcome my friend, Jason Stuart. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
He's our first guest as we bring him on. I love him dearly.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You know what I did? I think we have a technical problem.
Hold on. Let me make sure I screwed up my mic. It might be me. No, it's not me. Okay. Does somebody have their sound on? Okay. Let me make sure. Not me. That's weird. Okay. Where the hell? This has never happened before. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, does anybody have their sound on?
We might want to start over again.
No, we can't start over again. I'm trying to figure it out. Does somebody have their sound on or a headset? Anybody have their sound on? Okay, it's getting double. This is so freaking weird. Okay. This is weird. I've never had this happen before. I'm so good. Hold on 1 second. Mic. Okay, Logitech. Audio is Rodecaster Pro, so I'm doing good. Okay. Does someone have their sound coming out of their speakers? Audio is Rodecaster Pro. Okay. We are going to have, hold on, this is crazy. Can anybody hear me? Can you both hear me?
We hear you.
Okay, now both of you have your sound coming? See, I'm wearing headsets. You guys have your sound coming through your speakers or headsets? You don't have on headsets, do you?
We hear you and your twin sister.
Right. What I'm saying is because you're not wearing headsets or earbuds, that's why we're getting, it's because it's coming out of your sound. Right. What I'm saying is and then it's coming out of my sound live. So, oh, shit. Hold on. Let's bring in Mitch, who looks like a lost fart in a blizzard, trying to figure out what the hell's going. Mitch Hara, who's the other star, but we're going to have to figure this out here. Try that. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our fabulous show. This is what happens when you do live. Let's see. Well, guess what?
Oh, it was Jason.
It was Jason freaking Stewart.
We still hear both voices.
Okay, but you were hearing your, okay, put it back in. Put your headset up because all of a sudden it stopped. Now plug it in, Jason, because you're holding the plug. Don't you love me? In front of all these people, I'm telling Jason to plug it in. Okay. Okay, Jason, you plugged in? Look at that.
We still hear.
Do you still hear it?
No.
Jason,
I don't.
You're the only one that doesn't. Do you still hear it? It might be, or do you still hear it? Jason?
No. I hear both.
Okay. On your computer screen, love, make sure you have the volume turned down on if you're also looking at it live, you know, if you've got it up like on Facebook like I do, I turn the volume down. This, oh God, I just knew we were gonna have this, a Jew with sound and audio problem. Always happens. Always happens. If Ruta Lee can do it, you can do it, Jason.
Yeah, baby. Do you have it on something else, Jason? Do you have it playing simultaneously somewhere else?
No, not at all. I didn't hear it anywhere.
Well, now it's not doing it. Let's hear Esther Baby sing.
Sing life.
Now it's good. Now it's good.
Right, should we start over again?
No,
you can't. It's live.
We can't. It's live. It's like whatever. Listen. You got plugged on live television, Jason. It's like
he said very nice things about you.
Yes, it's like a teenage gay nightmare come true. And it's an old Jew like me and Mitch. So, are we fine now?
I think we are.
I think we're excellent.
It was the second sound coming in. So everybody, okay, here we go. What you see on your screen right now are two incredibly talented, fabulous actor, comedians, whatever, Mr. Jason Stuart and Mr. Mitch Hara. Let's do that.
Yay!
Oh my God. I'm looking at the comments over here. Does Jason have his sound on? Maybe he needs a headset. It's okay. We figured it out.
They all know it's you, Jason.
They all know it's you, Jason. Anyway.
I assumed it would be my fault.
It's okay.
It has to be.
I had to give you something to have guilt for the next 3 days. That you just fucked up the show because you had technical glitches, but it's okay. Because you're talented.
We can't start over again?
No, stop saying that. It's live.
It's live, Jason.
Esther, give him a pill for fuck's sake.
No, it's like this, Jay. It's like when you go on stage, you tell your first joke and it bombs. You just kind of go, okay, we're going to move on to the next thing.
That's never happened to me.
Oh, no. Anyway, everybody. Oh, look at all the people in. There's Cinnamon, there's Stefan. Hi, Stefan. Stefan says, hi, Jason, Kathy, Leander, Donna, Kennedy. Any relation to any of the dead ones, I wonder? Anyway, you two are in this really incredible motherfucking show on Amazon. And for those of you tuning in for the very first time, I'm going to play the trailer so you understand what Smothered is all about. Here we go.
Yay. Everybody loves me.
Everyone hates you.
Randy.
I'm Ralph.
Randy.
Randy.
He's Randy.
I'm Randy.
You know, in chapter 2 of my book, Dead...
Why aren't we having sex anymore?
You're like an Alzheimer victim. We had sex 3 days ago.
When?
Oh my God. We whacked each other off during This Is Us. Okay, can I be honest
Oh,
now?
it's just gonna be mean now.
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Mean.
Honest.
Mean.
Honest.
Mean.
Direct. You've turned into your fucking grandmother.
Yentl changed my life.
Fuck. Barbara Streisand.
Fuck. See ya.
Oh, I'm hard. Your inner child is dead.
Just because I said no to the ball gag does not mean that my inner child is dead. You're an emotional terrorist.
Oh, fuck you!
Fuck you.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Yes.
Okay, how do you feel right now? Hey!
Wait.
Okay.
He could have the cottage in Big Bear.
I am not living in the Dr. Woods!
Gentlemen, the IRS is suing you for $200,000.
Oh my God,
I'm so sorry.
The Fakakta Woods. Spoken like a nice Jewish boy. We'd never leave. unless it's the Catskills, right?
Right.
That is it. Okay, show. All right. Who came up with the idea for this show? Were you guys like having a rummy
We both did. This is something that's been brewing. I mean, years ago, we'd always argue about going to the movies together. We'd always argue. Mitch and I always said we should play some bickering couple.
We always wanted to do like a takeoff on Dog Day Afternoon where a couple couldn't stand themselves but they couldn't afford to get divorced, so they rob a bank.
Exactly. That was our first incarnation. And then I invited Mitch to be in
a hideous project.
It wasn't. He's so mean.
With horrible people. Go ahead.
And I invited him to be in this project, and
Hideous.
and then he offended several of the straight boys, and one heterosexual.
Oh, they were flattering themselves. They said I sexualized them, which was a lie.
Go ahead.
I had to let him go, and he got very upset at me and didn't want to talk.
Let me go. I ran out the door.
And then I called him, and then
I hung up on him.
Let him finish, Mitch. Let him finish.
And then he hung up on me, and then I called him back again, and I said,
I hung up on him again.
And then I don't want to. We still have the echo, and I didn't want to end our friendship over this. And he said,
I said I was fine with it ending, and I hung up on him again.
And then
I thought about it. This is how it goes. Yeah. So I thought about it, and I thought the best part of our relationship is that we argue constantly, and it's funny. So I called him up and I said, Jason, this is the idea, and this is what we're going to do, and this is the director, and that's all you have to do is shut up.
Who directed it? It's a lady. I can't think of
Terry Hanauer.
Terry,
amazing. Yeah.
She really was the third component to our Fab Four, and then of course our editor Rob Paget was just
genius.
He just was the icing on the cake, and, it takes a lot of people to create a project, an ensemble of people. It's writing, it's acting, it's everybody involved producing. It's the director and the editor are certainly really important because there it goes.
And there's the magic.
And there's the magic.
And I don't know how that happened. God, that's way too.
But the fun thing about this whole thing is it started in reality because it really started from conflict. Mm-hmm. Comedy is conflict and love and hideous and fun. And it really started because we had a huge fight.
It wasn't that big.
Oh, it was huge.
To him. I was very calm and very polite.
Oh, you're such a liar. Anyway, and I met this couple, Esther, in Puerto Vallarta, and they were like some long-term couple. So I asked the hubby, I said, was it always good? And they were married for like 20 years. And he goes, the first 4 were great. And the other 16, I wanted him to die. And I was like, well, that's good. And then the other one said, that's all I want sometimes is an I'm sorry. So the husband goes, well, I'm sorry I ever met you. So I thought that was Smothered.
And Mitch has never, ever said he's sorry to me about anything.
That's not necessary.
We're talking Mitch. Just
right.
I say I'm sorry in my own way.
Right. And of course, how many old couples are there in Puerto Vallarta?
Oh my God. Lots of old couples looking for a young third.
Oh, that's what it is. Thank God for Viagra and Cialis. It is
100. Yeah,
it's the way older gay couples go out and have a vacation. It is.
They get so excited, right? They finally find someone. They move to Puerto Vallarta or Vegas or Palm Springs. They find somebody. They put on Facebook, "Oh, I'm in a relationship," and then 2 weeks later, they're on Scruff looking for people.
They're on Scruff in the relationship.
Right. So, you both. So, how long did it take you to put the project together from start? How
long we wrote it?
It was really fast. Well, Jason and I improvise our shit before we talk about it. We improvise it, and then we'll go back and I'll put it on. Put it in final draft, and then we'll do it again. But we're really fast, and because this is like the shit that we got going back and forth is our normal thing.
And then whenever we talk on the phone, just as friends or partners in this business,
I put it all in.
He'll write it down and know it. And I'll say, "Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, yeah, this is good." And but I think what we do that a lot of other people who do web series don't is they don't do a lot of talking and discussing about before they put stuff on paper. There's a lot of marinating, as Mitch always says,
right?
And there's a lot of collaborating about what the story is, where we want to go, the tone of it, who we want to bring into it, and there's a real creative process, and that's what's really fun.
Well, to let everybody know, you're under Emmy consideration.
Yay, we are.
Oh, boy,
yeah. I hold on. Where is it? There it is.
Yes,
consideration. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yay.
How are you excited? Are you excited about?
Mitch, you go first.
Well, we're so excited. It's just like crazy. It's the little gay train that could. It's just like we're both nominated. The series is nominated. So
we're not nominated
yet, but you're
nominated. We're on the list to be
vetted.
Yeah,
which is very difficult, apparently.
Yes, it is, because we were completely vetted, and they had to go through this whole process. And I kept calling Mitch and going, "Oh my God," because I sort of was in charge of the communicating with it. And it was my God!
Because everybody and their mother on YouTube and whatever, or whoever
they said there's maybe 1,000 people.
Wow!
And they only took 10. Even for the FYI. So all that shit. And we're just so excited. And then Variety did a write-up of us.
Yeah, they mentioned us.
Saying in the Independence, us and Randy Rainbow were the only 2 people they referenced.
People just wrote, both nominated. This won't end well.
That's for damn sure.
Well, this is what I say. If Mitch wins and I don't, he's going to be unhappy. If he's going to be mad at me. If I win and he get nominated and he does it, he's going to be. So no matter what happens, it's not going to be.
But we'll take each other as our date to the red carpet.
No, it's going to be a total 50-50 thing. But we are, just to be clear, we're being considered to be nominated for best comedy or drama short form series, and best actors in comedy drama short form series. So they call it outstanding now.
So Randy Rainbow is considered a short form.
Yes, his series is
because of all those little musical things he does.
Gotcha.
It's under a certain time. So are the little sequel shows to The Walking Dead, Carpool Karaoke. I mean, all these really big franchises.
And you're amongst all of that incredible.
Yeah, there's around
25
on that list, and there's probably 11 or 12 on the actor list.
And then when they bring out how many do they allow once they
up to 10, but they have to have a certain amount of votes, I think, or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you been campaigning? Have you been campaigning? Did you religiously call everybody that you know?
We tried.
We drag people out of bathrooms.
Well, you're not a lot of practice with that.
You have to do what you know.
Yeah, no. But Kathy Leander says, "Good luck, guys." Yeah.
Oh,
thanks, Kathy.
Yeah, that's.
Do we actually see people making comments? Oh, here they are, comments. I forgot.
Yeah, there's comments on the side there. People are saying things that Jeffrey went to go make a phone call. He was just explaining to us. I didn't put up that he was. What did Jeffrey have? I'm switching devices. I'm expecting a phone call. He let us know that he's back, and I'm like, really, Jeffrey?
Hold on, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. Jeffrey.
Yeah,
everybody be quiet.
We started the show off this way, so we'll just wait some more. No, so it's like it must be an incredible feeling to know that this idea that you came up with, based on your relationship as friends, to be in that category for an Emmy consideration for an Emmy nomination. It just must blow your minds away.
I was at my friend Terry Ray's house the other day. We were in his swimming pool, and he looked at me, and we were just talking. And he said, you might just get a nomination for your series. One of you is something could happen. And I just looked at him, and I just started to get all weepy thinking, because I thought to myself, this idea of being in this group of people that are nominated. So I thought that maybe that had passed, that was right. But it goes to tell you that anything can happen these days. Your career can happen in a second.
Well, look at you. Okay. Look at you, Jason, right now. Here's something that, Jason is one of the funniest fucking comics you will ever get to see. I have watched him. He's funny. But what I've found interesting, and you and I had a discussion about this a couple of years ago, maybe even last year during the pandemic, all of a sudden you've become a villain, a heavy in some roles. Hold on. I think you know what? I might have a clip here. I think it was called Birth of a Nation, Birth of the Nation. Is that what it is?
Birth of the Nation.
You played a slave owner?
Yes, I did.
A Jewish slave owner. That's his housekeeper, Rosie. Hold on. I want to show people what Jason is like.
You were going to do this. Okay.
Huh? Hold on.
I didn't know you were going to do this. Okay.
Bitch, I do my homework. Show. I actually do shit, but I found this. I found a couple of clips here, but here's Jason Stewart being serious.
It's hard enough, but getting ahead's impossible. So to save some, I cut them back to a meal a day per head. Now, a few of them started getting fidgety, so I had Abner come down on them. Abner here, it's my only real protection. Now, they needs to mind me. You speak on that. They treasure in heaven from submitting and all. They gets to moaning or carrying on. You don't pay them no mind because they're lazy as all hell. They do anything to get out of work. You ready, boy?
You hiding, huh?
Look at this.
Ella Fitzgerald. She knocked him dead at Apollo Amateur Night.
Yeah. I bet.
No, she's a singer.
Oh, maybe you should give her an audition then, huh?
Chick.
You gotta book me some bigger venues, Mo. My band's as good as anything out there, Negro or white.
Bigger venues won't happen with Linton as a singer.
Forget about the singer. It's the band that counts.
Still the know-it-all, huh, chicken? Let me give you my take on this situation here. When Linton sings, dancers stop dancing.
and dancers stop dancing. Booze stops pouring. Maybe I didn't make myself clear when I hired you, huh? Time is constant.
Anyway, badass. That was. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so every time you hear the applause, you could like start writing down notes for your acceptance speeches, both of you.
Mitch, what would you say if you won? What would you say, Mitch?
Yeah, what would you say if you won?
I deserve it. Thank you.
You know what I would say? I would say, oh my God, this took so long.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm writing.
I rehearsed that. Yeah. The Academy Award speech forever, with a tear, without a tear, thanking people that are dead.
Did you boys watch the Kaminsky Method?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The final episode?
Yeah.
Is who we all are. You know, it's like you work and work and work and work and work, and nobody gives a shit. You don't think, but you do your better work, and then all of a sudden it's just proof that no matter how old you are, you still have an opportunity to win a Tony, an Emmy, or an Oscar, or a Grammy.
100%.
What it is it's. I think the thing that's so emotional about it is it's from your peers. It's the people that you work with.
Right.
And the people, that's who vote for you in your category. In our category, they will vote for actors, and then everybody else is allowed to vote for production. Mm-hmm. So everybody, whether it be makeup or hair or director or actor, everybody votes for that. And then the actors vote for the actors. So that's sort of a cool thing that the people who you work with and that you know and that you've been in the trenches with will be voting for you. Or not.
And Esther, it's also like our motto is just like, I don't wait. We don't wait for permission to create, which is what you do. You know, if they're not giving us a part, we make one up.
Thank you very much.
You know what I mean? We just like create that shit and put it on parade.
Well, it's like, you know, stand-up comedy is very similar to doing a one-man show.
I love my one-man show. Yeah.
You know, but I mean, the one-man shows, I mean, well, for instance, you, Mitch, you were at 19, weren't you, in the Actor Studio in New York?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then you did some off-Broadway stuff and some comedy.
Oh, yeah. I did a lot of theater. A lot.
What about the pole dancing thing?
Well, I was a hooker for 5 minutes, but I wasn't making.
Well, you had to pay the rent.
Shit. I was really cute, and you know, people offered me money. I was like, "Hey."
But you, so you've been also doing some? Didn't you do a pilot?
Yeah, he did a big one-man show called Mutant Olive in Los Angeles, and also
New York, London.
New York. Yeah,
a mutant olive.
Mutant olive, yeah.
A mutant olive. I had one of those once.
Critical
ones, La Cienega ones.
It's all about a fictitious part of Mitch it's about drug and alcohol abuse and wanting
to. Not really fictitious.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Mitch. I was looking in
loosely based on you.
Raised by speed freak alcoholics.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Wow.
Well, you know, it's like it was Mad Men, and my parents were like New Money and the diet pills. So they were like popping Dexedrine and vodka the whole time. So it was very colorful.
Like a colorful episode of Bewitched.
100%. Yes, Andorra, you got that going on.
But, you know, here's the other thing. Jason, you recently celebrated a milestone on your IMDb.
Oh, yeah.
150 credits.
155, but who's counting?
Oh, I would. Then you need to update your IMDb because that's what I'm reading it from. It says approaching 150 credits. So you need to go approaching 160 since you're at 155. You need to do that.
Well, I'll fix that right now. I promise.
Yeah, you're gonna do it right. I'm sure you're gonna get on your phone.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no shit.
We'll get that guy Jeffrey Sutton.
Yeah, I did an episode of Goliath, and that came up as 155. So I thought that was a cool thing.
It is. So, but you know, what's the word I want to say? You started off. Did you? I was trying to see here on your thing. Did you go to school or drama?
I started off working in community theater. You know. Classes, school plays, all that kind of stuff, the Jewish Community Center, all that kind of stuff. And then I started studying, and then I started acting, and no one would hire me.
Right.
No one, you know, and I think Mitch and I had a very similar experience. We were so unique and so completely different than anybody. And being gay kids in the 80s, nobody really wanted to hire us. So, and Mitch started going to the theater, and I started doing stand-up, and then we all started getting parts on TV and films.
Right.
started creating our own projects, and that brought us to Smothered.
And then you have got labeled, not labeled, but you were promoting yourself as a gay comedian.
I came out in 1993 on the Geraldo show as one of the first openly gay comedians, and I was one of the first to headline mainstream comedy clubs and really be successful at it.
Right. I
mean, I didn't, you know, when people ask me, I didn't do it and go, oh, this is what I'm going to do, because it was 1993. No one had done it. So I just thought, I'm just going to be myself, and whatever happens, happens. I was pretty scared at the time, and I had people tell me I'm ruining my career and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So you never know what's going to happen when you choose to be authentic. You never really know, and you just in the moment you try to do what you can do and be the best at what you do.
It's, you know, it's who we are. I mean, the three of us right now, could you imagine if you added up the ages? Oh, scary shit.
1,000 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
Give or take a year.
What's that Harvey Fires? That's somewhere between 30 and death. But no, you know, it's like we were talking about making it and succeeding and reinventing yourself and coming up with projects. It's like my book is My Deliriously Fabulous Life, and in parentheses, how not to become an overnight success in showbiz. Right. and we're writing it as my new one-person show, but at the same time with the book. But, you know, it's like I'm looking at, you know, oh, shit, hold on.
Is that someone else?
No, that's somebody. I thought I had the sound turned off on my phone, but it was coming through. It was, I have Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 as my ringer. And all of a sudden, I stumble out of bed and stumble in the kitchen. I thought I was having some weird thing. But, so let me ask you, Jason, one of the things we talked about a few months, during the pandemic, you got one of my favorite shows on Amazon is Goliath.
Oh yeah. It's really.
Have you seen Goliath, Mitch?
No.
Oh,
I helped him with the audition, but I never saw it.
No, you have to, what you do, you have to watch it from the beginning, the first season.
Oh, really?
It is amazing.
Wow.
It is amazing. So when Jason said he was going to be in Goliath, I was like, get out of here. It's so good. What are you playing it, Jason?
I play the head of the board.
Great scene.
I play the head of the board at a pharmaceutical company, and I'm in a scene with J.K. Simmons, Bruce Dern, and Haley Joel Osment. So everybody either had an Oscar or was nominated for one.
That's a sign. That's a sign.
Yeah, well, you're the only one you didn't recognize, right?
Right, exactly. Mitch actually helped me. He actually coached me on the audition. It was sort of weird because I did the audition on Zoom with the casting director, the wonderful Cammie Patton, and then for some reason she lost it or it didn't work. And then I was talking to Mitch and I said, "Oh God, I got to do it again." He said, "I'll coach you." I did it. He coached me, and I got the part.
Do you coach people, Mitch? Do you do classes or whatever? Do you do?
No, I actually don't. Only for friends.
We all do it for friends, though.
I don't. Yeah, no, I really don't. I mean, like years ago when I was studying with Katsalis, you know, he would turn people on to me just because.
God, remember that on Robertson?
Oh my God, I studied with him for yeah, baby. Well, he was the one that encouraged me to do my one-man show.
Right, well, because that's what makes a star. Look at what's her name, Nia Vardalos did her one-woman show, and she got my big fat ass.
Ask Mitch who he was in class with in Milton Casales. Ask the people. It's amazing.
Who was in
everybody? Well, you know, plus from the beginning of all the Scientology stars, but I mean Jenna Elfman and actually Kate Hudson was in it, and
Roberts.
Oh, Doris Roberts, who became a great friend of mine, and she was in a series of mine. And you know what's so funny? I mean, Jason and I are so innocent I'm calloused as fuck, but we are so innocent from the beginning. Like I backed into doing the Actors Studio in New York. I didn't even know it was hard to get in. I just flew to New York with $600, and I was just like, I'm going to audition. So I auditioned with some crazy monologue from like Catcher in the Rye or some such bullshit. And I was about to leave, and they were just like, yes, many years ago at Outfest, Jason, Jeffrey Mack is calling out to you. And so I did my little monologue, and I'm walking out, and Shelley Winters was there, and Ellen Burstyn. and Pacino, and they were like, Mitch, and I was like, what? And they were like, well, we would like to, invite you to study at the studio. I was like, cool, I'll see you tomorrow.
Right?
I talked to other people. It took them 5 years. Some people still aren't in there.
Isn't he dead?
Who?
Strasberg?
Oh,
Ellis.
Still dead. So is Milton.
And they're still waiting.
He's way buried. Yeah.
I know. It just made me laugh. He said, there's still people waiting to get in. I'm going, okay. Maybe they'll bring out a Ouija board and have a fucking seance. Okay, Milton, tell us, how did we do?
Exactly. And Jason studied forever with all of
Larry Moss,
his teachers.
Roy London, Ivana Chubbuck, Howard Fine. I mean, I just studied with some of the best people in Los Angeles and New York.
Right.
I just did, and that's something people don't do anymore. They don't really go to class and really study. They basically go in and they bring their auditions in, or they do cold readings. And I think you got to really. Mitch and I come from the day where you brought your props in. You had to set up a whole scene.
Oh my God!
Costumes, hair, everything.
Milton was like, whatever effort you would do at Universal, you better do here or leave.
Or leave. But don't you find it? There's just something missing when you have auditions now, because you used to be in the room and sometimes you never knew who was sitting at that table. It would be like 4 or 5 people. And you think
I like the self-tapes better now. For those of you who don't know, that we all put ourselves on tape now. We don't go into auditions anymore. But when you're on a self-tape, you can look at it and go, why am I doing this the whole time?
Well, you could do 7 takes and pick your favorite one.
Exactly. Whereas when we did it before, you'd do 1, 2 tapes max.
But I got to tell you, I really love, like, even doing the Zoom with the other person live. Because getting that pilot, I run hot with.
We just did a pilot for Amazon. Not Amazon. Peacock, and also AMC.
Right. With Alana Glazer and Elliot, her brother, and Colton Haynes from Arrow.
Colton. Isn't he a sweetheart?
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's pretty and a sweetheart.
Oh my God, he's beautiful, and like a spirit animal is just like a saint.
So tell them it's from Broad's. What is that?
Broad City. Yeah, it's like a gay Broad City. So Alana Glazer is a creator, and she also directed this.
Oh wow!
So it's a big ass deal. It was great.
Wow, that's
cool.
He
plays this guy who's sort of like George Hamilton.
Stuck in the 80s. I have a disco ball in my head.
I mean, like my outfit?
I was in all yellow screaming. It was hysterical. I mean, they decided if it goes, I'm going to play Colton, who's amazeballs. He came up to me and he said, I did a deep dive on all your pictures and all your videos, and you look just like me. And I'm like, yeah, just like looking in a cracked mirror, honey. And so he went to the producers and said, his father left him, I guess, when he was like 3 or 6. Right. So he said, wouldn't it be great if we discover, like episode 7, if Mitch is my father?
And then Mitch was passed out because he didn't think he was old enough to play anybody's father mentally.
Well, I'm ageless.
Okay.
That's my concept, which is why I was kicked off of Facebook. But they
they asked him what his age was, and he said he's ageless. And they said, you can't be on here.
And they said, I'm too young to have an account.
Mitch Hara, the man who says no to Grecian Formula 44. Look at that.
Hello.
Look at that.
This is his brand new look. Yeah, it's his brand new look.
Brand new.
But Mitch, people are paying a fortune to have silver gray hair now.
I know.
I keep hearing that. Jason was just like, it's really great.
I said to him the other day when we were talking, because we do all our stuff writing on a Zoom. I said, God, it's so completely. It looks like
it's like Billy Idol Platinum.
You look like you went into the salon and I don't know, Adele Sassoon, whoever's the big person now, and said, please make me.
That's old, honey.
Okay,
Adele's dead.
Well, I wanted to bring a name that they would actually let you in.
Oh, you pay, and they let anybody in.
This is like an episode. This is like an episode of
we just finished. We're so excited, Esther. We just finished our 2nd season writing it. We just did episode 7 yesterday.
Okay. How many, Mitch? Do you think? How many hours do you think we worked on season 2? How many hours altogether? Probably just a week if you put it all together.
If you put it all together, yeah, we're really fast.
It's probably like 6-7 days for 8-minute episodes. You know.
Now, do you have an episode where there's a fabulously glamorous, gorgeous old Jewish woman.
Yes,
Girl.
you could play his mother.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I would fly in to do that. I would play your mother.
Oh my God, in a black wig, because my mother was she's
no.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Have you seen my twin sister?
And you have good tits.
You met her last year, Jason, remember? My twin sister.
Of course.
It's so great because you saw the series, right? Right, Esther?
Of course I did. I watched. I was one of the first people, and then promoted it like hell to get everybody to watch it because it's so damn funny. And I kept saying, somebody said, "Grandmother, fuck you, Jeffrey Mack."
That bitch has to say something. I love Jeffrey.
Oh, he's evil, and he must be destroyed.
But thank you, Diane Lopez. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, what did Diane? Oh, there it is. Look at this, Diane Lopez.
Oh,
and my friend Stefan. He's such a great guy. He's going to come. Come to see my show on the 17th.
Oh, nice. That's right. Oh, by the way, you're doing.
Oh, by the way, plug.
Here we go. It's time for a plug from Jason Stuart. There he goes.
Go.
And remember, he got plugged live here on That's Entertainment earlier.
And if you need something to read.
So what? So
right.
Jason, there you go. Boom. On cue. Shut up, I'm talking. Jason's book.
Okay.
Your autobiography coming out in Hollywood, making it to the middle.
So yeah, you're not an overnight success, and you made it to the middle. You're both doing great.
Oh, so tell us tell us about the Desert Rose. Is it the Desert?
There's the Desert Rose Playhouse is a really cool local theater here in Palm Springs where I live, and they had approached me when I met them about one of the guys, Marina Mack, who I went to go see Christmas with the Crawford.
He's so talented.
He's just fucking brilliant. And he Facebooked me and said, you should do your show here. And then I contacted the owner, Robbie Wayne, and his partner, Matt. And I said, I'd love to do my show here. And I'm almost sold out. So it's really, so if you want tickets, you should get it. It's July 17th. And opening for me, my special guests are the wonderful Shan Carr from all the Atlantis.
Ridiculously hysterical.
And Selena Luna, who's Margaret Cho's opening act, who's also one of the voices in the Oscar-winning film Coco. So I have a straight girl, a lesbian, and me, a gay guy. So it's like a Benetton.
You don't really have to identify yourself as a gay guy, Jay.
Thank you so much. Neither do you, Mitch.
Thank you, Carol. She said she loves this.
So gay and so out, he could redecorate a room by looking at it.
That's a clever line.
Thank you. It's in my act.
Did you write it down?
Did you write it down?
So that's that's in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah, a week from no, less than 2 weeks. It's the 17th. It's a week and 2 days.
Oh, that's right. 17th. Why was I thinking the 23rd?
I know that wig's on too tight, honey.
Where the hell is my Prevagen? I forget to take it.
I take it all the time. I forget to take it.
I do. I have it.
And memory drug you forget to take. Oh my God.
Do. Write it down. You can use it. There you go. This old broad in Vegas sent me this. So let me ask. So
doing stand-up again and live in front of an audience. 2 weeks ago I did Sonoma Pride. We sold out there too. We got a standing ovation. It's such a small town. There weren't enough gay people for Pride, so most of the audience was straight. And I love straight people because I have two that clean my house. They're nice people.
But you have gay people cleaning your house?
No, I have a straight couple.
A straight couple.
Yeah.
I've had little gay boys clean my place.
I couldn't do that. I can't have somebody cleaning my house that I want to. Can't do it.
Yeah, but the marriage thing, you know me, that doesn't bother me. I'll do them both.
Exactly. There's no line. There's no appropriateness. There's nobody. There's no level or line or place. It doesn't matter. None. He's doing it in the kitchen. His roommate walks in. He goes, "Hi."
Yeah. Could you close the door?
Yeah. Could you get my almonds and cashews?
Put the vacuum away.
What was that line in Victor Victoria with what's her name? Oh, close the door.
Oh yeah. She was genius in that.
She was in. Oh God. The actress. Oh my God. I can't think.
Leslie Ann Morin.
She was fab. She was fab in that.
Love her.
And that movie still holds up.
Oh, it's so fun. It's like guilty pleasure.
It is. So let me ask you something, Mitch. What have you got coming up since we plugged Missy up here?
Well, go ahead.
He's got his pilot coming out that hopefully will get picked up. He's got his one-man show that's going to hopefully I'm going to hook him up and he's going to come down here in Palm Springs and do it, and then do it in Chicago.
Is that
you know,
Mutant Olive?
Before the pandemic, I was being flown to Chicago to do Mutant Olive. It's like an hour and a half. It's genius. It's the best thing I've ever done. And they were going to do billboards and shit. I was very excited. And then, of course, you know, that stupid little pandemic thing happened. So they're going to still fly me out. So I'm doing that. I love the live audience. You know, you guys, our one-man things, our one-woman shows, our stand-up. There's something different about live because you go on this ride with the audience.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing like it. I mean, you could do take after take after take, and it's going to be genius, and it's all made up by 18 different people, you know, your final project. But when you're on stage, you're alone.
It's adrenaline.
You begin, you end, you got to make it work.
It's a drug. It's a drug. It's our drug addiction. And
so it makes me so happy.
With the more they laugh, it's like your heart goes crazy and you have a blast. You know, I mean, everybody knows that I'm Esther, but I also play Paul Lind and his show. And, you know, there's just something about, like you said, a live audience. And I can't wait to get
It's so exciting. I love it.
Certain parts of the country are just wonderful. I love it. Like I'm going to go to Oakland, the Oakland area, to do Alameda Comedy Club on the 23rd and the 24th of this month. And then on the 30th this month, I'll be at the Laugh Factory and the Comedy Chateau on the same night in Long Beach and in North Hollywood in Los Angeles. So
are you going to come back here to the Laugh Factory anytime soon?
I'm probably going to, I'm not sure where I'm going to work in Vegas. I'm not sure yet. I may work with Vicky again at the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club, Vicky Barbalock.
You were here for that?
Yeah, I work with her there.
You didn't call me?
Oh, I did call you. You were
out.
You were busy or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Liar.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh God, there he goes.
Really? I was busy.
Oh, he's a big fat liar. You can't get away with shit like that.
Why would you want it?
Remember, she's not senile.
Oh God. Why do you have to call me fat?
You know who's?
She said puffy.
Steve,
you're a large marionette.
I look amazing. Look at me.
Steve Bluestein is doing some comedy club downtown. Do you know Steve Bluestein?
Yes, he's very funny. I knew him at the Comedy Store. He lives in Palm Springs, but I've not heard from him as of yet.
I was watching, and he's doing a comedy club here this month on the 23rd.
Right,
it's downtown.
Yeah.
I like Pauly Shore was there, you know, and some of the other people. Yeah, they've been doing really, really well. You should check it out. When did you get? Okay, let me ask you a question. When did you boys get to Los Angeles? What year?
Oh God, I have a 2-year memory. So I know
you're not going to get either one of us to put years. But I was born in New York, and when I was 9 months old, I moved to Los Angeles. So I lived in Los Angeles until 2019, and then I moved to Palm Springs. But I'm in LA all the time.
Yeah, and I was born in Chicago, ran away from home at 19, moved to New York, and then came here. I'm sure it's over 20 years.
No, I arrived. I arrived in 79.
Jason, shut up, or you will turn to dust.
20 years. One
well,
leg.
At least. I said at least, motherfucker.
One leg was 20 years in LA.
And I will always look younger than you.
You're always going to be older than me, honey.
But look younger.
You don't look younger. You're a walking, talking marionette.
Esther, who looks younger?
Hold on, I got a frog in my throat.
Hold on. What? Hold on. I can't hear shit. What? Who's older than what? Huh? All right. Anyway, I got out of that one. Oh, look at giraffe. Giraffe just stuck his neck out, which is what I would have done if I answered that question.
But we know the truth.
Yes. With the right Instagram filters, you both look like you're in your 30s.
Like 12 and a half.
Thank you very much. And dog years. But just kidding. I'm just kidding. Now, listen, I don't, people go, how old are you? I go, well, if you pay attention to the shit I post and do the time frame, you'll know I'm older than the fucking else. You know what I mean? But just come to the point.
We're still here.
And we're still here.
Yeah.
Not true. Oh my God. How much fun was this?
So much fun.
Started off so bad, but it
It was a close. But here's the thing. What happens is I can take this show. The wonderful thing is once this is done, it gives me an MP4. And so what I do is I take it into Adobe and I can edit that whole section out. But I think it's just too much.
Jesus, I feel so terrible.
I don't. I think it's hysterical.
I think it's hysterical.
I think you're both completely out of your mind, and both of you are 2 inches from an OJ trial. I really think that.
Because we knew it. I knew it wasn't me because I had.
Because it was actually you, Jason.
That's why he wants it.
I didn't realize.
That's why he wants. Can we start over? Can we start over? Can we start over? Can we start over?
Doesn't matter what goes on. He's going to humiliate me in public.
It's just so easy.
He's going to drive me down the street. He's going to push me out of the car.
Right. And we start. It's like a Mormon engagement.
He's going to say, "I'm so much younger than you."
I am. Wait till you see the second season, Esther.
Everyone knows he's 10
on
years older than me. He's 10 years older than me.
So,
all right, show's over. We don't have more.
Yeah, no, we could go on and on. I mean, I even had a clip. I had a clip we didn't even play, which was your comedy clip. You want to see it?
Yeah, play it.
Can we play? No, I was going to play this, but we kept.
If anybody watches the show this long,
the people are watching.
They're watching. Shut up.
They're laughing. No, the thing is, what happens? A lot of people come back and watch.
Play you, for fuck's sake. You should like get a hard on.
No, I try to have clips ready. So because I never know where the conversation is going, but I wanted to do the part about the dramatic part because I told you that, Jason. I said comedians play the best freaking villains.
Absolutely.
Freaking villains. But, you know, some of your comedy stuff.
Thought there'd be more of us.
Yeah.
I'm also disappointed.
What the fuck, Kevin?
Guess I got more than one people too, Ahmed.
Shit, all right, let me think.
So all the gay people on this side, straight over here.
Let's go.
Hurry up.
Don't you hesitate. What are you, bisexual?
No, we're good, man. All y'all gay. You anti-immigrant.
Yes.
But pro-gay.
Yes. I'm European. We're complicated.
That made me laugh. I saw
That's
that.
an homage to my dad, but I'll take that part is very homage to my dad. But let me tell you about the other show. I got that part because of Birth of a Nation. I was offered that part, Swedish Chicks, which was Peter Stromar was the other actor from all the Fargo stuff.
Right.
And I had no idea how I was going to play this part. I didn't even audition, so I didn't know. So I thought, oh my God, I'm watching, Keanu Reeves, and I thought, oh, he's a big star. I'll just do it like him. So that's right. I was just
sound exactly alike.
I was just pretending to be Keanu Reeves.
You guys are doing the same voice.
And I have another scene with the other guys. It's where I'm behind bars and it's just it's like all that stuff. It was really fun, and I had a really large sty on my eye, and I thought that I was going to be fired. And then the wardrobe guy, says, so you should wear and look a little mafioso, and you should have a Windsor knot. And he says, oh, take these glasses; it'll cover it up. So all of a sudden, I was wearing these Burt Reynolds glasses from the '70s, and it brought you the character. So you never know where stuff is going to come from. You just don't.
You never know. Boys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. And everyone watch Smothered. SmotheredTV.com. Go there.
TV.com.
You can watch it on Amazon and Reverie and YouTube and Pause and, Apple TV.
Everything. It's international.
When I put this up on YouTube, I'm going to have all of the links to the shows and where they can see it and everything.
Yay.
But this is the last interview before they announce the Emmys.
Oh yeah, the Emmys.
So
Mitch, Hara, and Jason
Stewart. When the show gets a nomination, your asses are coming back on.
Yay!
And we can celebrate. We'll pop like champagne. I'll have champagne.
Oh, it's just, can you believe it, Mitch? If it happens, boy, we will just.
We will jump up and down. We will have a fucking parade.
I don't think we will be able to speak to anyone for a couple days. We will just be completely.
Speak to everyone.
Yeah.
We're just walking by. Emmy!
Right.
Everybody, give it up for my very, very, very special guest. I love them to death. Jason Stewart and Mitch Hara, and we wish them the best of luck. This is Esther Goldberg, and that's Entertainment, and we'll see you next time. Here we go.